Joining me on NYSE Floor Talk is Troy Jones. He is the co-founder and CEO at StatusPro. Troy, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
It's my pleasure. So now, Troy, tell me, what's the story behind StatusPro?
Awesome. So my co-founder and I, Andrew Hawkins, we met in 2016. So StatusPro, we always say, is a culmination of our life's experiences, right? We're two former athletes. I played as a Division I quarterback at the University of Maryland in Western Kentucky. Hawk played 6 years in the National Football League. And really, it was this idea around how can we leverage our experiences as athletes beyond our playing career. So for me, transitioning from collegiate football, not making it to the NFL, was a challenge. You know, most athletes always talk about how that's a identity crisis because you've been doing something for so long and then all of a sudden it stops. You know, I always told people I thought I was Lamar Jackson before Lamar Jackson, so when I didn't make the NFL, it was truly like a new beginning for me. So I worked a bunch of different jobs and eventually got introduced to mixed reality, virtual reality technology. And we started off as a product that helped athletes train. So my goal was always to impact the game. Hawk's goal was to impact the game. So when we came together, we built a product that was helping athletes train. A couple of NFL teams used it, the Baltimore Ravens, the Chicago Bears. And then we would notice players were having fun and they didn't want to take the headset off. So we were like, why don't we just make this a video game and finally put fans in the shoes of their favorite player? And just this idea of where VR was going, gaming was the main use case. This idea of first-person sports being built by former athletes was just the perfect story. And thus StatusPro was born. And after a long, call it now 4 years, we were able to get NFL rights. We were able to get investment from some of the top firms in the world, which I know we'll get into. And it's been a fun ride so far.
So now tell me, how has the company performed since the launch of the first product?
The launch of the first product was in 22. So, you know, we were really excited about it. It was the first licensed sports game ever in VR. And in 15 months, we were able to exceed 1 million users, which is amazing for a new category in any sports game, let alone video game, just given how hard it is to capture users. We've broken a number of records in terms of time in headsets, how many people engage with the product weekly and monthly. So the product is performing well. I think what we've proven is that fans want to experience what it's like to be their favorite athlete, right? So as we think about creating this new form of engagement for sports fans, Pro Air has been able to confirm that it's something that's wanted, and our goal is to continue to expand that and continue to grow those users to, you know, tens of millions of people that can experience sports from the shoes of the players.
All right, so Troy, congratulations. You have some exciting news. You recently raised $20 million with Google Ventures.
Yeah.
So tell me, how did you land on Google Ventures and what do you plan to do with this capital?
Yep, so Google Ventures led our round. We had a number of other notable investors that includes Dream Sports, a few team owners, the Minnesota Vikings, the Cleveland Browns, LeBron, Drake, Maverick Carter, they all followed on. So really excited for our sophisticated cap table. Thank you to all our investors who believe in us. And we met Google in a unique way, actually. I have to give credit. I'm big on giving flowers. So I had a friend of mine named Taylor Copeland, Brandon Copeland. I grew up with them. She worked at Google. They actually were inquiring about the business. They saw StatusPro was making an NFL game. And her colleague had mentioned, like, man, this StatusPro company is pretty cool. And she said, oh, the co-founder and the CEO is my child's godfather, right? So we ended up connecting with them. That was just the initial connection. And my co-founder and I, Hawk, came to New York. We actually demoed the product to the Google Ventures team and the Google team. And it actually was a long dating period. So when we first initially demoed the product, we didn't immediately say, hey, you all are going to invest. We weren't necessarily looking for capital. We just saw it as an opportunity to go to Google and show them what we were building. And I think that's what led to an amazing partnership, because we took a year to just get to know each other, share our roadmap. When we decided we want to raise money, we informed them that we were going out. And they just got to see Hawk and I and the team at StatusPro execute on our vision. And ultimately that led to them saying, hey, we believe in this and we think if anyone's going to figure this space out, it's going to be you two and the team that you've built. And that's how we were able to have them secure as the lead and say they were willing to take a chance, which we're really excited about. They're an amazing partner.
And where do you see the VR industry going?
Yeah, so I think VR is truly the future of spatial computing. I know right now gaming is the main use case based on what Meta has been focused on, but there are other use cases. I think in the next 5 to 10 years, you will see VR, XR, there's a number of different names for it, truly take over and be a part of our everyday lives, right? Whether that's because you're someone who wants a gaming experience and wants to experience being fully immersed in an environment, or you're someone who wants to expand from a laptop to just spatial computing and experience AR technology. You've seen what Meta has done with the Ray-Ban glasses, where you now have AI tied into these augmented reality experiences. We all know Vision Pro is hitting the market soon, and we've seen how excited people are about Apple. I do believe it will be a part of everyone's everyday life. I think the use case will be dependent on the person. I think it will solve different problems for different people with different focuses. And For us right now, obviously it's gaming, sports, and entertainment, but I do think that sports and entertainment is going to be one of the main drivers to the ubiquity of the technology.
All right, so Troy, let's look ahead to the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Where do you see StatusPro?
Yeah, I would say that, my co-founder and I talk about this often. We want to be a company that is highly sought after from just a talent standpoint, right? We want to be known as the leader in the space, the people that have helped drive ubiquity of XR. If you think VR, AR, Vision Pro, Meta, you think StatusPro, right? And we want to be a part of everyone's sports experience, no matter what sport you're in, because we have some plans to expand beyond where we are now. But we also want to be a place where people want to come and work. We want to build an awesome culture that is truly what we say is reflective of a locker room. So the environment that you see with sports teams, where you have all different peoples from different walks of life, but are aligned in a key vision and goal, and that make them come together in a unique way. We believe in that, and we try to build a culture that embodies that. So we've accomplished those two things. If consumers think AR, VR, and they think StatusPro, and all engineers, developers, anyone in the space is seeking a job at StatusPro, we've done our job. I would say that's our goal.
All right. Well, Troy, fantastic to talk with you.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk today.
Appreciate you having me. This is awesome.